Hey guys, welcome to the video. This is Bonelabs. I've been playing it quite a lot. I really enjoyed the game and I've progressed quite far through the story. So, in this video, I just want to show you a few movement tricks I've learned. It's going to be a relatively short video. I just want to get some stuff out there that I have figured out. And yeah, with that being said, let's get into it. Alright, so, first of all, as I'm sure you're aware, this game has amazing physics, so I wanted to try and break that. This involves using this skin, that's why I am this avatar currently. You can also use the light avatar, but it doesn't work as good as this one does. So, essentially, I'm sure you all know about, the physics in this game, and so we're going to be using that to, its fullest extent. So if we come over here, you can find these two beauties, which are kind of my new favorite toys. So these are essentially gravity plates. They stick together like this, and you can't really pull them apart. They can stick to walls. Just by pressing the trigger, you can activate them. So these are used to do things like this, and you can jump up onto a wall and sort of climb your way up just by pulling yourself up the wall by sticking to it like that, right? That's what they're used for. So now what you can do with these is some questionable things that don't really make any sense. So essentially, basically none of this is you're going to want to use the booba, and you're going to want to touch these to them until you get this kind of effect where you can pull them around like that. Once you've done that, you know you're good to go. Now you can see I'm already starting to do it, right? Let me land myself real quick. So the way it works is you're going to get used to the controls of this. It's a bit hard to control, even when you know how to control it, but essentially, you want to sort of, don't pull yourself in the direction you want to go, right? So you can basically do this. I'll just show you. So you can fly like this, right? You can choose direction, like I can go this way, I can go the other way, and then if I land myself again. So that's kind of what you could do. Now the way you do it is you push opposite to the direction you want to go. So if I want to go upwards, you want to pull your hands downwards. Oh, that's a bit weird. Kind of, you gotta offset like the movement of it, so you can go like that, and it's a bit tricky to do, but you'll learn it just by trying it out. You can hover in the air. You can like, usually you want to go backwards. It's a bit hard to go forwards. You can kind of do it like that, but like yeah, like you could do some crazy stuff with this. Like you just fly around like this, and it's pretty awesome. Now, of course, you know, it's a bit useless of a trick when you can just spawn in the Nimbus gun, and you can use that to just fly around. Like, no, that's not a Nimbus gun. Where is it? Here it is. You can just spawn this in, and of course, you can just use it to fly around. But you know, what kind of fun is this when you can have gravity boobs and fly around that way? So yeah, I'll show you this in action, and we'll see how it goes. Welcome to the halfway park. We have our two gravity plates here, and we're gonna see where we can get to. So, let's ready up. Alright, there we go. So we're gonna take off real quick, and we're gonna head over to this direction. So I'll turn around, so it's a lot easier to fly. Ouch. Turn us around. So you're up to here with very minimal effort. So you can just hop around normally with them, of course, as well. And you know, they're still very useful for their normal use of, you know, scaling a wall super easily. Although, I say super easily, it's not that easy to do it with them, right? But like, these are one of my favorite items in the game right now. Just because of how many uses they have, and like, you can beat pretty much every like record with them. They are extremely fast if you can manage to get them into a game. So, if you ever manage to get them, which is rare, but like, just being able to do this, like, this is crazy. And like, top speeds, right, you can go way faster than you can with a Nimbus gun. If you really just like send it, right? Like, you can go, what's like this. If you really glitch out the physics, you can... That's not much faster, actually. But you can see the shadow, it's like you're using a jetpack. And you kind of are, that's essentially what you're doing. Okay. So the next thing I want to show you, well, my second favorite item, right? And that is, of course, the power punches. So, these things are crazy, right? First of all, you know, just normally, by default. Oh, hold on. They do that, right? Very cool items, you know. Things that you could not possibly lift. And now it's just, bye-bye! Right. Incredible strength power, right, on the punches on this thing, right? As you can see. But, they can be used for a number of other things. As I'm sure you probably already know, but this is a more well-known one. I'm just throwing it out there, including it in this video. So, with these, you can charge them up, and these can actually inflict damage to yourself, as you saw there on my arm. Really glitched out there. So, if we use this, we can do things like this. See, it's a very small jump, right? Very basic, right? But if you use two of them at once, right, you can actually propel yourself much further, right? Just like that. So yeah, you know, like if you want to get on top of like a building, like right there, you can just. That didn't really work. Hold on. Now, as you think, these things do take quite a while to get used to. They are pretty inaccurate. You know, if you can travel really far with them though if you get good at it. I'm not so good at it, but you know, you could do things like that and just speed across like way faster than this gun, way faster than gravity plates. You could just speed. Now it's pretty good in like tighter corridors like this where there's not really any way you can go except from that direction, right? So like if you go into here, you see like this like long hallway here, you can kind of just see that, and you're always gonna go the way you want to go. But the direction you go can be pretty random. Now, it's much easier to actually fly as a male character than it is with a female character. So I'll go switch into that now, and I'll show you what I mean. As you can see, I have turned myself into one of the main, just basic models, right? Now, with this, it's much easier to aim, you're a lot more accurate. You can also kind of fly a lot further. Like that. As you see, the flight of this isn't really based on the mass of your character, because these things can punch pretty much anything, right? So the actual heaviness of the object they're punching doesn't matter as much when it comes to these items, because you know you can punch that thing, right? And like if you can punch that, then you can punch. You can definitely punch like even the heaviest characters, right? So I'm actually gonna head over there. I'm gonna turn into a stronger character than this is, and I'll show you exactly what I mean. This is the default heavy character, right? Makes these things look like midgets. Now, I don't like this character, mainly because you can't see a thing. But, it still looks the same. As you can see, you fly just like that. Looks really well. Kind of intimidating to see this thing coming towards you. At Mach 10 like that, but, yeah. I also think, I think it works really well with this character because, you know, I think it fits thematically, you know. He can, like, walk up to you and just go... Bow! Of course, just naturally he's really strong, right? Just being able to throw... Jesus Christ. But, yeah, this dude is just a mech, right? Like... But, like, these things he struggles with normally. Yeah, that's it for these things, basically. Get used to them, and you can go really quick, really fast. And you can also, like... you can really angle it. You can go sideways. You go backwards. Oh, that was forwards for whatever reason. But another thing that's really cool with these is chaining it. So if you see like this, I can punch myself up. Oh, hold on. You can punch yourself up, and you can do this in the air. So if you get some height on you, that's not height. Get some height on you. You can keep chaining it together to sort of go in whatever direction you want. You can even stay airborne. Pretty much indefinitely if you really want to. And then you can just... The next thing I want to show you is the heavy model. So... Okay. So we're back on the heavy avatar. Now, this also has another secret you can do. Now, you ideally want to bring back the power punches. A few models don't need it, But for this one, you don't need them. Basically, you're not really using them for their actual power punching capabilities. You're using them because there's something to add onto your hands, right? You want to have a little bit extra reach when doing this, so I find the gloves of like the power punches just the best way to do it. So what I'm doing here is if you crouch down as a model like this, you can, if you have a gorilla tag, you can essentially do that with this in this game. So as you can see, you can sort of knock yourself across the ground like this, right? Now I would not say that this is the most efficient way to travel in this game. It's definitely pretty slow, but it's more of a meme thing, but it can actually be useful in some situations, right? Like, it's faster than just crouching normally like this. Like, this character cannot move when crouching, look at this. I kind of have to wiggle my way down the hill, right? But with this, right, he can now suddenly move while staying crouched, which is pretty useful, right? And that's why I use this character as a good demonstration of it. Now, so, you know, it's also really good for taller characters, you know. If you're playing against a tall model, you can't fit through something like this, right? But with this, you can just sort of mosey on in, right? And you can make your way through really easily. And if you get good at it, unlike me, you saw right there, I actually kind of got a little bit of speed. So if you get good at it, you can definitely start speeding your way through these areas, right? Like, this is pretty fast right now. And it's really momentum based on how much momentum you get. But yeah, that's essentially how it works. Now there is a gorilla tag map on mod.io, which you can download. And I would assume this works pretty well with that, just thematically and all. But yeah, I really like this. Another great thing about having the power punches equipped like a model like this is how much easier it makes it to climb. So you can just kind of go whoop, like that, and like look at that, you're straight up. Whereas, you know, if you're not doing that, you're gonna have to go. Oh, it's actually pretty much the same. Another great thing about having the reach of the power punches is situations like this. Like, you know, you got a wall right here, you can knock yourself off of it like that and get back to platforms. It kind of allows you to do a little bit of a wall jumping thing. I'll show you right now what I mean. That was not a good demonstration. You can kind of... You see that? So you can kind of... It's a bit difficult to do. You kind of need a smaller, like, corridor than what this is to actually show it fully, but you can definitely, like, do, like, a wall climb. A bit, just like, again, just like gorilla tag, right? But yeah, it's really cool to just be able to slingshot yourself around, essentially, right? Of course, this is still way faster just punch yourself like that, right? If you do have these things, you might as well use them, right? But yeah, so that's the power punches.